There are some things that people take for granted, but I don't take it for granted because this is a basic class. I will have to talk about it. As important as it is, people neglect it. A lot of creative, a lot of video editors neglect it. They don't even talk about it. But I have to talk about it, which is the do's and don'ts of video editing. There are things you shouldn't do, and there are things you should do in video editing, and that's what we'll be talking about. Now, let's look at some of the do's of video editing. There are a lot of do's. There are things, a lot of things you need to do while editing videos. A lot of them. I have just listed some of them. Now, one of the things you need to do while editing your video is to plan your edits before you begin. Don't just carry your video clip and you start editing. You need to plan your edit. Before planning, you need to understand what you are editing. Sometimes you may not be the one that shot that video. They just gave you the video clip and for you to edit. So you need to understand what you're editing. Understand the story. Then plan. I'm going to edit this. I'm going to edit that. Even if it is going to take you going online to watch other videos that is related to what you've done, there's nothing wrong with that. Nobody is an island of knowledge. I do it a lot. If I want to edit any video, I go online and see something, look at the work other people have done relating to what I am editing. Then I can now start planning on how I'm going to do it. I am not saying even if you use same pattern, it is not the same video. It may not be the same sound. You may use the same pattern. There's nothing wrong with that. Provided you're not using the person's video, you're not using the person's sound. Of course, you need to consider copyright too. But you like how this person edited this video, let me follow that pattern. You need to plan your edit. Don't just carry your video and start editing. No, you need to plan it. Then the next thing you do in editing video, that's one of the do's of video editing, is keep cuts clean. Keep cuts clean and smooth. You need to keep your cuts clean and smooth. Make it smooth. Make it clean. You don't just cut anyhow. You need to know when to cut, how to cut, and where to cut. And make it smooth. You don't just cut here and you cut here, cut here, cut here. If it is not telling a story, it does not make sense. So you need to keep your cuts clean and smooth. I hope that is understood. Then why editing your video, or the one of the do's of video editing is you need to use high quality video and audio. Make sure you're using high quality video and audio. If your video does not have high quality, of course, these days videos go online, platforms like, okay, let me not mention some platforms. There are some social media platforms that once you put your videos there, it will reduce the quality. Or when you even send it to someone, the social media platform is going to take its own quality. I'm trying not to mention any platform here. So, but you understand what I'm talking about. So you need to use high quality video and high quality audio. Not those sounds that even when you're listening to it, you're frowning. You understand? They are irritating while you're hearing them. So your sound must be clean in sound. Okay. Now, another dose of video editing is match audio level throughout the video. Make sure you match audio level throughout the video. Just like I am doing this tutorial now, you can see that both my audio and my video are synchronized. So is not after I have said come, my mouth have moved come, then the audio will not start 2 seconds later. So you must make sure that you match your audio level and video throughout the video. Let some of them not be matched and some others are matched. Of course, as we advance in our classes, I'm going to show us how to synchronize and match our audios and videos. Apply transition and effect only when necessary. Oh, a lot of persons make this mistake. A lot. A lot. I watch some videos, and of course for my safety and for your safety, I'm supposed to be displaying some video clip, but I won't do that because it is someone's work and it won't be right for me to do that. Now, there are some videos that because somebody wants the edit to be engaging, so you see the person adding so many transitions, like you see so many it's not like transitions are bad. Of course, transitions are very much important. They are very much important. So the person will be adding so many transitions, so many effects. So sometimes where they are adding it are not necessary. They are not important. It is not needed there. And once you overdo these things, they make your videos start looking somehow. So you must make sure that you add your effects and your transitions when necessary. When necessary. I hope we are getting all of this. We are mentioning all of this because when we start editing, we'll be applying all of these things. Save your project regularly. At this point, thank God for this class. And if you're watching this video, you need to go and thank God, because a lot of video editors will not tell you this. A lot. I was not told. When the first time I started using Premiere Pro, I was just editing. You know, after editing a beautiful job, and I forgot that. Of course, that's the story of my life. I forgot that my laptop was not plugged. Like, I plugged it, it was charging, but then someone came to the extension to remove his phone. And so while he was removing the phone and the charger, my laptop charger was also removed. It was plugged, but it was not plugged properly, so it was not charging. And I didn't know. I was editing, my attention did not go to if it is charging, if it is charging at all. You know, some of us will be using your laptop and you will not even bother. You just have so much confidence that it is charging. We trust electricity so much that the kind of trust we don't even give to God, you know. But then I was editing. Funny enough, the laptop did not give me signal for low battery. The thing just went off. And I didn't know. I turned on my system again, plugged it. I discovered that it was not plugged. You know, they say what you don't know is bigger than you. I turned on the system again and opened the software. Everything is gone. You know, after editing for hours, and you discover that all of the things you did are gone. And one thing about video editing is, once you are editing a video and you're being creative about it, once that thing is off, you will find it very difficult to do exactly that same thing you did. It is very frustrating. It takes the grace of God and carefulness for you to repeat what you've done. So you must make sure that you save your work regularly. Of course, Premiere Pro has an auto save, but you don't rely on that. There are some things you may do and that auto save may not automatically save for you, and this may happen and you just lose it. You understand? And you may not remember how you were able to do that. Even if you remember, sometimes what you did can be very stressful. You understand? What you did can be very stressful. Some of you will be experiencing some of these things as you edit. It is not a cause, it is something that you will definitely experience. So you must make sure that you're hitting that control S regularly. What I do, you know, some of us, if you don't have bad experience, will not learn our lessons, because I've had my own share. So once I bring in any clip to my timeline, I save. I bring another one, I save. I add transition, I save. I add effect, I save. I do anything, I save. I make sure I save regularly. It is very much important. Make sure you save regularly, because if you don't, it is really very frustrating editing video for hours, and then you start afresh to start editing it. It may even make you lose interest in editing that video. So make sure you save regularly. Some of the things you should not do in video editing. A lot of person do it, but I am telling you, you should not do it while editing your video. Now, first thing is, don't overuse transition or visual effects. People do it a lot because they feel that thing makes video engaging. No, don't overuse it. Sometimes videos are more beautiful when they are just plain naturally. Apart from the color grading and color corrections and all the rest, you can just add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 transition. If it is maybe a 30 seconds video, yes, 3, 4, 5 transitions and effects are okay. Sometimes there are a lot of persons that effects and transitions that are irritating to them. Once it is becoming too much, it becomes so irritating. So don't overuse it. Don't overuse effects and transition, no matter how beautiful they may look. Don't overuse it. Don't use it. There is an adage that says excess of everything is bad. So it is also applicable in video editing. Now, the next thing you should not do in video editing is don't use shaky or blurry footage unless it's intentional. Once a footage is blurry or shaky, please don't use it, except you're using it to tell a story or you intentionally use it. And before you do anything intentionally, there must be a message you're passing. That is why I said in my slogan, every frame has a motive. So whatever you're doing, there is a motive behind what you're doing. There is a story you want to tell. If there is no story, there is no message you're passing. I think that's the right word. If there is no message in that thing you're doing, don't even use it. You understand? So don't use any blurry or shaky footage in your videos if you're not telling a story, you're not passing any message, or you didn't do it intentionally. And some person can just put it and say, I intentionally put it. What is the reason? Why did you put it? Why did you use it? So if it does not have a message, it is not telling any story, it is an error. Don't use it. The next one is don't let background music overpower dialogue. Some persons, because the music is their favorite artist sang the song, or the client told them, please, I love this song so much, so use it throughout the video. So they want the background music to overpower the video itself. The most important thing in the video is the audio of the main video. Just like I am doing this tutorial now, the most important audio is the audio of me talking now. The background music only is not that important. Yeah, it is important, but it shouldn't overshadow what I am saying, that my voice and the background music will be competing. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So you must make sure, of course, we will be doing all of this when we enter our practicals. You know how to reduce them and the level you should keep them, so that it will make sense. The viewers will be hearing the sound, but it will not be that pronounced. It will not be that pronounced that they will not be hearing the main audio in the video. I hope that correction is taken. Now, the next thing is this. Don't ignore color correction and audio quality. Please, your audio quality and color correction is important. I may be using different cameras to shoot my videos, and maybe the lighting was not properly done. In post-production or in video editing, you need to do color correction. Make sure that this camera is balanced. The color of this camera is balanced with the color of the other camera. Camera 1 and camera 2 should have the same color, so that in this shot you will not be having a reddish video, and in the other shot you are having a bluish video. Do you understand? Everything must have one color. Now, you can decide to use a reddish and bluish video video color in different shots. When you are passing a message, there must be a message. Like I said, don't use anything when there is no message in it. So you must make sure that you don't ignore color correction and audio quality. Please, the quality of your audio is very much important. If the quality of this audio is very bad, you may not find this video interesting. You understand? If you have this husky sound, cracky sound, and all of those, you may not find this video interesting. As important as the video may be to you, it may not be that interesting to you. So please don't ignore color correction and audio quality. Now, the next thing is don't make unnecessary long scene that bore the audience. Once the scene is, as you're watching this video now, you can see that at some point I am going to do right up on the screen to take your eyes off. If you're looking at just me, it may be very boring. You understand? That is why if you discover that when you're watching news can be very boring. You can slip off easily while watching news, but you may not slip off easily while watching movies. I don't know if you have noticed that. And also, you can slip off easily while watching a movie, but it is difficult for you to slip off easily while watching music videos. You understand? Because in music video, there are a lot of cuts. You understand? Those cuts are moving your eyeballs, distracting your eyeballs, and they are engaging. So once a scene or a clip is becoming too long, it will become so boring. So don't make unnecessary long scene that will bore your audience. They are very much important. Now, the next thing is this: don't export your video in the wrong format or resolution. A lot of person makes this mistake a lot. Most of these things I have to add here in this class are my experiences. I've exported the first time I was using Premiere Pro. I've exported my video and I exported only audio, and sometimes I exported only video. You understand? Because I've heard MP3, I exported MP3. I didn't know it was only audio. And when I tried to rectify it, I exported MP4, but then the audio was not there, only the visuals. You understand? So you must make sure that you don't export on the wrong format. There are some formats that you're going to export. It may not even play on your mobile phones. And there are some you're going to export. Of course, we'll be looking at that. There are some you're going to export. Once you play it on your TV, it will look as if the video were cropped. You understand? The screen is big, but the video is ever very small. Sometimes the video is even larger than the screen. It's as if they zoomed the video. So make sure you don't export your video on the wrong format. I believe in this class we've learned a lot. If you enjoyed this video, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and also turn on the notification bell so that when we drop the next video, you'll get the notification and watch the video. And of course, you may have someone who needs this video, a beginner who needs this video, someone who has been looking for how to learn video editing but does not have the money to pay in any academy. You can share this video to them so that they can also benefit. Keep watching Film Motive, and like we always say, every frame has a motive. There must be a motive behind everything you do. See you in our next class, and bye.